It's
All views expressed by the hosts and guests in this podcast are solely their opinions and do not reflect the opinions of their respective employers. Guests and hosts may maintain positions in the assets discussed in this podcast. This podcast is for informational purposes only, and nothing in the podcast is intended to be financial, legal, or even life advice.
All right.
All right.
First time in person. Thank you very much for doing this.
thanks for having me.
Thank you, sir.
Thanks.
Welcome to More Than Speculation. As you guys can probably tell, this is our annual. Well, it's not even annual. It's our inaugural. I mean, fucking grammar, but okay.
Yeah.
Just got that. It's our first time ever doing this in person here with the SUI team in this very lovely place. So again, thank you for doing this.
I'm happy to be here. I'm just stoked that we're the inaugural.
The inaugural, right? There's some fancy word finally getting that out of me.
We're quite formal.
All right. Let's do our tradition rapid fire question.
Take it away.
Tech, community, or token? How do you prioritize them?
Tech community.
Or token price.
Tech community.
Okay, and lastly, token.
What do you mean?
The rank them 1, 2, 3. The importance and priority of you is tech, community, token.
Oh, three.
Yes.
Tech community is 1. Tech for me is 2nd. Token's 3rd.
Interesting.
Sounds good.
The token pump though, so it's good. Okay, 2nd. If I'm a builder right now, what I should be exploring on SUI right now?
You know, we're super focused on building the first full stack for Web3. So it isn't just about layer 1.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we've got Walrus and Seal and Nautilus and all the other pieces. It's literally like what I'm trying to do for developers is deliver to them a full toolbox.
I see.
Full of tools to be able to actually build in this space.
Okay, wait. So now that's for developer. If I'm a trader, what should I be paying attention to for the next couple of months?
Let's say 3 months.
3
to be
months,
more
yeah.
exact.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's all signal, right? I mean, we all came from Facebook. Facebook serves billions of people a day. I was one of their chief information security officers. We, of course, interacted with, call it the top 5,000 companies in the world,
for sure,
as well as most governments around the world. And so, you know, I mean, you can expect, like, who do you think our partners are going to be? Like, that's where we come from.
Okay. Say less. Say less. Say less. I got the hint. Okay. Last rapid fire question. If I'm an on-chain explorer, like a DApp user, power user kind of thing, what should I be doing right now or to be excited about on SUI?
There's lots of things, I think, to be excited about. But I mean, going back to something earlier, we are the first tech company that has built a full stack. And so we're not a one-trick pony. We're not like just a layer 1. We're really focused on serving developers at scale. We've built our products to be the most secure thing out there, to be like some of the fastest things. And so, like, if you're looking for excitement, what I think the real excitement is the convergence of technologies, right? You're seeing artificial intelligence, you're seeing augmented reality and virtual reality, you're seeing quantum, you're seeing robotics, right? These things will converge and you get with a full toolbox, a full stack of capability. You're going to get creativity. The internet always wins. Do we agree? The internet wins. And so if you enable smart people to do interesting things with all the right tools, it's a winning combination.
I want to add one anecdote. I think for power users right now, if they just try and see the user experience in SUI, again, I'm a user, but I think in the past couple of months, it has really improved just in terms of like the wallet that we received when we first came here, and we sort of like the experience and how fast it is and how seamless. It's a mix of like both. You can download the app or you can just use the browser. I think these are like for power users, especially folks like us that try like, I don't know, like we try 5, 7 different L1s, you can really tell when somebody doesn't have like the full stack, right? As you say. So, and it's like, it's a bit janky sometimes. So I think that's sort of like what like
I agree.
stood out to me.
like it's easier for me to onboard people to SUI, but like for me as a power user that I'm used to drag my dick through glass to use DApps basically. So but like for me it's like, oh, you guys got so much going on. You guys got the wars, the data thing, then you guys got like the data marketplace, then you guys got like the AI, you guys got like the robotics thing coming as well. So I'm like, wow, there's so many things. Like, what should I do first, and what should be the shortest thing? Obviously, I want some.
I mean, that's the beauty of it. You can pick an entry point, but it can be any of those things. It doesn't have. There's no prescribed way of necessarily entering. It can be like something you're interested in. You just get to play with, and
Is there how is the team structure like in SUI actually? Like, do you have a separate team for each narrative, or is it more like, oh, here's 4 things and this is our priority 1, 2, 3, and then this quarter let's hit this? Because from an external point of view, I really feel it was that like the first one of the quarters was focusing on deep, then it was focusing on wars. So I felt like I was following your playbook to learn, to speculate,
Which
and
was a
to
good
use,
thing,
which is a good thing for me. But right now it's like I feel like you guys are doing a bucket of things now, which I don't know where should I put my eyes on first.
Yeah, I mean, again, it's like there's no specific entry point. So yes, we do have people in the company who focus on a specific thing because you have to have some expertise in that thing.
Right.
And you want to avoid context switching. Right? If you're going from thing to thing to thing to thing, then I just think the effectiveness of that.
Even the community would not really get the signal that this is what we're paying attention to right now.
For sure. And the communities aren't always like necessarily the same people for the same thing. Like,
that's
the
fair.
deep book community is a different community than is the Walrus.
I represent the token community, so I'm in all of them. Okay, like so throughout, you guys, in my opinion, you guys kind of pivoted the direction of the focus throughout the years. Is that true internally, or like what were there any key pivots and changes in directions that, or something you learned throughout the?
Yeah, I mean, we're always learning for sure. But I don't think the trajectory has changed. We've always known that we would need to create a full stack, but we had to start somewhere.
I see.
Right? So we started with RL1 because that's the sort of biggest piece.
Yep.
Right? And so what you're seeing now is you're seeing us add other protocols on top of it to enable people to do things. But we're not stopping here. I mean, we literally say internally that we're 1% done. We've got a long ways to go. We'll continue to iterate, we'll continue to innovate, and we'll build more and more product, and then the things that are catching on and that are, really gaining momentum, we'll pour gasoline on those things.
That's good.
Go faster.
I want to take a step back a bit, honestly, like, for, I guess, our audience who aren't as aware of like your personal journey and so on, we're actually very curious, like, how did you get into crypto, and how did you start going down the rabbit hole of like meeting people with like sheep's clothing?
I'm not really sure of that part. I might be a little scared. It's why. I mean, I feel very privileged, candidly, in like my career trajectory. And the reason is like, I've always been very fortunate to be around, interesting people doing interesting things, and it's been regardless of what I've done. I mean, I started my career in chemical engineering. I built a chemical engineering company and then sold it. I was very young when I started that. I was 18.
Oh, wow.
I built a financial services company and I sold that in 2007, and then I retired.
Perfect timing.
And then in the middle there, I built some software and sold it as well. And I also randomly, I became a police officer. And I was.
You do have that face, Like.
Hey, trust me. Yeah. And I was a homicide detective, and I was a SWAT team commander for a while, and and then I retired again.
It's a crazy story, but yeah, please go on.
I thought my life is interesting.
And then at a point, I was fortunate to join Facebook. And at Facebook, they were building, sort of like a new stablecoin.
Yeah.
It was called the Novi Diem project.
Yep.
I was one of the, first members of that team.
Got it.
And that's where I got into crypto, really. So it was like 2017.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the thing about Facebook is that it's such an interesting place because you can serve billions of people a day, which most people don't understand how many people that
At
is.
scale, yeah, that's crazy.
Like 2 billion people, 3 billion people a day is a no joke kind of a number. And then at Facebook, you're also surrounded by some of the smartest people in the world from every corner of the world. So you could be at a lunch table with people, with 20 people, literally from every part of the world, speaking, between them, maybe 35 languages. And then, and so you get exposed to this thing where you're talking about the most important issues of the day, but from 30 different directions and experiences that you just can't get any other place. The thing about Novi Diem that was super interesting to me was that we were all about bringing financial services to the unbanked.
Yeah.
Right? And that's like 2 billion people on the face of the earth that have no access to financial services. And when you don't have access to financial services, you just remain poor.
Yep.
And that's a super sad thing. And so, we were really focused on that for a long period of time. And so I'm just a big believer that technology can be used to enable people to do good things. And so it's one of the core tenets of what it is we're doing, is that we really want to make sure that not only are we building interesting tech, that we're delivering value to our constituents, but we also want to do good things.
I followed that story very, very well. So I guess that sort of paints the picture in itself. So that's how you got into crypto, and then now obviously to your current role. And so it's all started there. Got it.
Yeah. Okay, jumping back into SUI, what do you think that was the key? What were some key success highlight of it last year or the past few months?
Yeah, we started to launch other protocols, right? We've had now SUI for 2 years. We've launched Walrus.
That was successful, yeah.
Yep. Seal's about to go to mainnet now. Nautilus is next. You've seen a couple of others that we haven't publicly announced.
Yep.
You've seen that they are there. We have a pipeline for some other things that are super interesting. So these are the things. The speed at which we're innovating and delivering product to me is pretty unprecedented.
Actually, as a chain, I think supporting ecosystem is very important, right? Yeah. What are your thoughts on incentive design and distribution, or helping them grow in general?
Yeah, I think anytime you're doing anything really brand new, right, where it isn't just about adoption, you sometimes have to educate people to get to adoption, right? In that space, to me, incentives make sense. Because you have to be able to invest in a company in such a way where enough people can get educated so that they get to epiphany, and then they understand it. And from understanding, you can get to adoption.
Yeah.
Right?
Actually, that's how I got onboarded to SUI. So I'm known as a yield farmer. I farm unfair advantage yield farms, basically. And then I got into SUI when SUI was around 0.7. You guys were doing 20% on stablecoin on lending market. So I was like, wow, okay. So it was my first time bridging in, setting up wallets. Then I noticed how you guys shift let's say, focus and incentives among different protocols, which I think it was one of the best execution in 2020. Late 2023 and early 2024, I felt that was when I got SUI peeled, basically. So that was something that I really liked about your chain execution in a way.
In a sense, it's a customer acquisition cost, and then once he bridges over, you like the UX, or so on. So hoping some of that will stay and so on.
And there's always something for me to do next. I have no reason to go out. Started with stablecoin, then you guys did a little bit of SUI, the token looping, then you guys did BTC-Fi focus, and then in between you guys have let's say deep book farming. You guys have something with wars. So as a short attention span crypto user, there's always something for me to look forward to.
Squirrel.
Okay. Before I don't want to go over. So, do you have any questions for us? Let's say, as from the suits and the DJ.
Why am I still the suits?
Ex-suits.
No, Yeah, at the end of the day, I'm just excited that you guys are here. I mean,
thank you for organizing.
Us, this event, our first SUI in real life thing, is really us making sure that we're connecting with our communities that are also yours. Because these things are critical, right? And so, I think the big question for me, candidly, is where do you and I get something like that?
Let's go. What's the
subscribe, paid?
No, that's gonna be a SUI NFT. Ooh.
Store on Morris. Okay. Do you have any more questions? If not, we'll do our last classic question.
Anything. We're an open book.
Okay. Yeah. All right. What do you think is required to make it in crypto?
Oh, I mean, I think that it's like anything, right? I mean, I think that I'm a big believer in people and grit.
Great. Yeah.
I think that I think just reliably showing up to anything is a thing that you're going to beat most. If you just do that, and nothing else. Like, you can be terrible at what you do, but if you reliably show up, I think that's 50%.
Yeah, for sure.
If you're passionate about it, and you can get yourself excited about it, then that's another 10, 15, 20%. And then I think the last part of it is this, and this is something that, like on a personal level, like, this is a hard business.
Yes. Crypto's a hard business.
Grind you, but it's also made up of some of the most fantastic people. Right?
Yes. It's never boring.
It is definitely not boring. But in the middle there, that grind, like, sometimes you want to quit. You know what I mean? Because it's hard.
So it goes back to the grid.
Yeah, exactly. And so, like, I feel that's the difference between good and great, is like that relentless thing of like, I don't quit. Like, I may not be the smartest guy in the room, but I'll tell you this much, like, I'll stay up when you're going to sleep, and I'll be up in the morning.
Kobe. Yeah. Kobe mentality.
Let's go. Will outwork you.
Let's go.
You know what I mean?
Respect.
So
respect. Hey, I guess that's a sign that you should be bullish in SUI.
100%. All right. Thank you for your time today.
Again, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you. I really
appreciate it, sir.
Yeah.